Alright. Hey y'all, it's Metazenvybz. So I'm right on time to deliver this message. This is a collective, so please feel free to flip the energies as you need. This video is for all signs. Before we get into the read, anybody sending negative energy to the collective, that is rejected. Thank you so much, archangels, for protecting me as I deliver this message. So Spirit, give me the message that people need to hear. What's the message? What is it that they need to hear? Not just need to hear. It's what it's yeah, need to hear. Not just what they want to hear. I'm not the reader who's going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm a real psychic. I'm not finna sit up here and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I waste my time just to waste your time? My time is very valuable. Okay, so let's get into this energy, you guys. Let's see what's going on here. So overall, I'm feeling an energy of calmness. There's a bunch of, now these people who wanted to try to force something out of you, Empress, those people are being excluded, is what I'm hearing. That's what a divine masculine and emperor is saying. Those people are being excluded, and they are being put in a more exclusive group for them to have studies. Okay, they're gonna study. I'm seeing a genuine mistrust in men. Okay, whoever this person is, you really don't trust men a lot. This might be something that you've been in denial about, or you are aware of it but just don't want to fix it. Maybe you think it's keeping you safe. Okay, you could have dealt with someone who abandoned you, or yeah, you have ghosted. I'm seeing ghosted. We have also 501. Somebody, I'm hearing, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the reason why. Every time you walk out the door, I hear him cry a little more inside. I don't want to hurt him anymore. I don't want to take away his life. I don't want to be around. Okay, so, for some of y'all, they thought you had an ego to murder. You didn't have one. You never had an ego to start. So now these people have emotionally walked away, feeling like they've got unfinished business with you, Divine Feminine, still wanting something out of you, watching you from behind closed doors and wishing that they could fix things with you. You could be wishing that you could fix things with them, but it's like you don't know. I feel like you've been testing these people. They can't figure you out. You put on, I feel like you don't be yourself around these people. You're not really yourself. They want to see you be you. I feel like you've been putting on an air of somebody that you're not. And that is true. You have been doing that. And why did you do that? This individual was also you. That was your reincarnation. Okay, so it's a bunch of people who are starting to realize what you're talking about. They're like, yeah, some people realize you've had multiple lives and that you're not lying about a damn thing. We have the 10 of Pentacles. You were this person. Somebody could be younger. You could have been a queen. There was a system that these people had. They would change their names, okay? They would change their names, and all of a sudden, by changing their name, they're a completely different person. They would change their look up. They're a completely different person. You was like, there's a bunch of people who assume that you was out here dealing with family members and shit like that. Poly, that's where it originally came from. It was never supposed to be something that people just chose to do. It was something that was a necessity in this lifetime, in this past life, because family members were dealing with family members and they had to come up with a damn solution so that children would be safe. Now, some people were so indoctrined into the royal whatnot that they went on ahead and did it anyway. Other people did not. They felt like it made people scared of them. For some of y'all, this is a kingdom that used fear to control their people. You are not that type of person. All right, for some of y'all, there is a feminine energy here that had been attacking you because you were honest. You told these people the exact truth. Yeah, you could look. If they had been logically thinking about things, then maybe they would have been able to understand where you were coming from. For some of y'all, this feminine was so angry at you over a man who don't want her, obviously, because if he did, then he would have stayed. And he wouldn't have been dealing with other women, okay? This is definitely a past life reading. I'm definitely picking up on some stuff from a very, very, like, far in, like, maybe, like, thousands of years ago. For some of y'all, this woman was so damn mad that you was dealing with this man, because she claiming it's her man, but it's like they were never really married. Unalive them in front of you. All right, so this divine masculine ended up leaving this damn feminine. Somebody initials to start with a C. He left this person. He was asking, look, they crashing out. He was asking, was this person a soulmate? And they are a soulmate. Somebody could have had colored hair. This is two females fighting over a man who was supposed to be extremely important. For some of y'all, this man was going around pretending to be you. Back then, I'm hearing it was easy for him to do that because they didn't have pictures. They didn't have things to prove of who you were. The only way you could prove that you were of somebody of royalty was by what you wore or people had seen you. But you're very secretive here. Now there's a bunch of people who want to apologize for how they treated you. This person was so focused on their path. This person, it's a bunch of people who have now learned their lesson. It's a feminine energy here that has finally learned their lesson. You tested this person and their valor. You tested their jealousy. You tested everything. And I really do feel like this person failed. Failed gloriously. Okay, so this person has a lot of lessons to learn. Could be a karmic feminine. Literally unalive somebody that was important to you. Important to a group of people out of anger and jealousy. Okay, over this man. For some of y'all, this woman lives in a reality of scarcity. Alright? So maybe men of high importance or men who would be interested in her were far and in between. For some of y'all, this woman felt like you treated her like a charity case. Okay? I feel like this woman was offended at the fact that she felt like she even needed help. Okay, for some of y'all, this person had hired people that looked like this masculine to go and deal with women who were so, interested in this person. Beauty queen. You could be very beautiful here. Yeah. They're comparing you to this other queen. Your family don't want y'all together. This masculine could have been hospitalized and he would have been all right. After this attack from this feminine, you told her the truth. You could have said, hey man, yeah, I was dealing with this person. We had a child and whatnot. And this person was like mad as hell. Like, how dare you? I feel like this person, it was in a type of reality of like, she feels like the man that she was with is hers. Like he's her property or some shit. Or this is a feminine that feels like this, or this is a masculine that feels like this. But for some of y'all, I really do feel like this is a feminine here that is souped up in power, that feels like they're so powerful because they got with this specific masculine. They worship men. Now, there are a bunch of insecure men who would love that shit. Me personally, I'm not finna worship you. As a man, I'm not finna worship you. I'm just not. I'm not gonna worship you if you're not doing the same for me. Like, what the fuck? This woman is getting nothing from this man. I mean, absolutely nothing. I mean, maybe she don't feel like she's beautiful enough. Maybe she feel like she don't have enough power. Maybe that's what it is. Definitely a part of some type of royal family. You could tell the difference between the karmic and the empress. Okay, for some of y'all, this karmic may wear wigs a lot. Or may have worn wigs. For some of y'all, these wigs were fashioned from the enemy's Like, yeah, this person would literally look. They were an unaliver, a serial unaliver, and they would go around chopping people's people like would be chopping people's heads off. Now, if you're not interested in this type of reading, this is very graphic. Okay, this is a very graphic reading. If you're not interested in that type of stuff, I would suggest you do not watch this. Okay, you're very beautiful. The way that you rule your people is beautiful. You test your people to make sure these are the type of people that you want to be around. I feel like the type of community that you're going to be building is going to be a strong community. All right, he was dealing with this woman, and she could have had a girl, y'all. Definitely had a girl. Hubby material. For some of y'all, this person has been attacking you over this man. She feels like, I'm telling you, she was put in an energy of scarcity where there was not many men who would choose her. And this isn't something that she chose for herself. This woman could be light-skinned. Y'all hit that like button if this message is resonating with you. Yeah, this woman could definitely be light-skinned. She was dealing with a karmic masculine. For some of y'all, this is somebody who is literally a result of family members having relations and having a child. They knew exactly what they were doing. Yeah, parental discretion is most definitely advised. Whoever this feminine is, she was definitely known for knocking people's heads off, cutting, and then separating. Like they would use the hair as a wig. All right, yeah. For some of y'all, whoever this feminine is, she admired you at first, and then it turned to jealousy when she saw that this man was interested in you, in your beauty. Okay. For some of y'all, this woman pretty much thought that you deserved karma for even being attractive enough to attract this masculine. Very childish behavior. For some of y'all, this person might literally need a lawyer. In the past, they, they weren't called lawyers. They were called something different. This is a past life reading, you guys, on some royal family. This person really does want to apologize. They want to know if you're going to accept their apology, because they were so focused on their outside appearance and the choices that were made by people who thought that this is what was going to keep them in power. They genuinely thought that. Like, them people are only going off of what they know. That's, you know what I'm saying? Why be angry and jealous and attack people? You know what I'm saying? Based off of that. It wasn't enough. Yeah, look. This person might even be upset with you because they got entangled with an incubus by trying to come against you. Broke some really serious universal laws. Okay, for some of y'all, religion was very important back then, and if you broke those laws, you would be subject to extreme. Okay, it would be a gang of people that would pull up and quite literally drag you to a temple. Okay? Yeah, for some of y'all, you did this destiny swap to heal this person's energy. You healed their energy so they would no longer be attracted to people who don't mean them well. Incubuses, succubuses. Alright? There's going to be some very important changes happening in reality now. That you're awake, I'm hearing Divine Feminine. For some of y'all, this feminine is upset because you're always in your own world. This person perceives you as someone who has more than them. And you do have more than them. But you don't have more than them because they are less than. You have more than them because you put in work. All right, for some of you all, there's some people who feel like material makes you more. They had been comparing themselves to you like, oh, she ain't got no car. Oh, she ain't got this. Oh, she ain't got that, but she a queen. Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out you got real powers. And then they still, for some of y'all, they still jealous of that because they don't have it. You could be a real prophet. The things that you predict, them shits come true. For some of y'all, there's a prophecy over your life that you will come back. And you did. For some of y'all, you don't want to deal with the drama that these people try to put over your life. There's physical evidence of who you are and the multiple lifetimes that you lived. In every single lifetime, you're a goddamn queen. And you're a queen in this lifetime too, even if you don't meet the standards that they thought. For some of y'all, there's a bunch of people like, oh, well, in a past life, they probably didn't have this. They probably didn't have that. Or they probably were stupid. They probably were this. Only to find out that these people were way more advanced. Way more advanced. So why would you assume that just because they from the past that they stupid? Like, it don't make no damn sense. For some of y'all, there is somebody who's trying to hide evidence of who you are. Okay, they definitely erased, like completely erased you. They didn't want people to know who you were. You've been telling your story. You've been telling your story about what happened. And there's so many people who wanted to know, why did they do that to you? They did that to you because they assumed that you had sold your soul to the devil. And there was a lot of people who gossiped on you. And every single thing that they were saying gossip-wise was a lie. Let's see what they was gossiping about. They were gossiping about your man who you were in a relationship with. For some of y'all, they were claiming that you were in some type of affair with this masculine. And the only reason why it was labeled as an affair because the woman that he was in a relationship with was having a hard time letting go. Okay? So this is an issue between two women. This masculine, I feel like the minute that this woman started trying to compete with you, you was like, okay, baby, I'm good. I ain't finna compete with you. And I feel like this woman might have took that as an offense. Okay, you literally rejected this person and somebody took it as an offense and then they sat up and tried to deface you. Okay, because you didn't want to be with them. See, now you picking up on the story. We have 8 of Swords. Y'all hit that like button if this message is resonating with you, or if you'd like to hear about ancestors. I'm definitely speaking with an ancestor right now. Yeah, we have Justice. Okay, for some of y'all, this person that really called justice on you, for some of y'all, somebody literally called a whole gang of people and had them take your whole village is what I'm hearing. They burned the whole thing, the world. Burn it all. I'm hearing this bitch. She's having a good fucking time just terrorizing people. She thought that when she got with this conqueror, that she was all powerful. And then she ran into, I'm telling you, the girl that ran into somebody who she thought. And then another thing is you attacking your own damn people. Your own damn people. We were supposed to come together and rule the world. This wasn't supposed to be no, oh yeah, let's attack each other. See, that's why you can't be listening to what everybody say, because there's a bunch of people here in the energy that didn't want y'all to proceed to power. Because they started to realize the truth about you. Okay? You're a real goddess. For some of y'all, you really don't like, yeah, look. There's a masculine here. Let me tell y'all something really important, something that I learned. Don't allow temporary emotions, okay? Don't allow temporary emotions to put you in a position where you lose out on everything, okay? For some of y'all, this woman is like, oh, well, you temporarily felt like this person would be good enough for you, and now you and them have a child. Okay, something here about a wall is really significant. Somebody's last name could be Walker. They telling you, wreck this wall, wreck this wall. Wreck. That's what they was telling you to do. They want to be seen. For some of y'all, this woman tried to claim that you were neglectful to your children, just telling on herself. Everything that this woman claimed that you were doing, that's what she was doing. That was the first time that anybody, whoever this woman is, she might be quite literally one of the first narcissists ever. And why was she created that way? It's because her family was so concerned about power and using fear to control their people. They didn't want people to complain here. For some of y'all, this feminine is trying to figure out if you even miss them. This masculine don't want to be with this woman anymore because of how she rules. He was never interested in monogamy with her in the first place. It's a fight. For some of y'all, multiple men really want you. Men could have been lining up and getting in gladiator positions. For some of y'all, this woman tried to claim custody of your child because of who the father was, who the paternity was. She's like, well, he's my man, so if that's his child, then it should be my child. Okay, for some of y'all, you could be a very good witch, but this person doesn't take good care of children, so you didn't allow this person to be around your children. Yeah, for some of y'all getting pregnant at the first time, this is somebody who got pregnant after their first time with this masculine. They totally fell in love with him. For some of y'all, you could have had braids. You could have been known for your braids. For some of y'all, this is somebody who took your power and then had been using it to disrespect you throughout time. All right, now this person is actually hospitalized. This energy, they could be hospitalized. They could be in a hospital a lot. They got several things that's going wrong with them. Okay, you got somebody who's looking to marry you. Okay, whatever empire you have built, look, they want a serious relationship with you. And this divine feminine, whoever this karmic feminine is, she about to be put in her little place. And that's why nobody can find this individual. They can't find her because of how she treated you, divine feminine. This man just can't get over it. An older lady is upset that you have this man's attention. For some of y'all, that's what she thought. She thought that because you were older that you didn't have as much prospects as she did. Nope, that ain't the case. These 60-year-old women be out here getting it. You can't say shit. Look, age ain't nothing but a number now. I'm here. Don't allow pride to hold you back. Okay, for some of y'all, you're going to have to open your eyes and see what you've been studying for. Okay? There's a bunch of women out here that need to open their eyes and realize that, yeah, these men really do want you for real. It's only up from here. All right, y'all. Anyways, this is what I had. Hit that like button if this message resonated with you. Thank y'all for everything y'all do to keep the channel running. And I'll be back with more messages, y'all. Deuces. 222 on the clock.